Karmapa's insights on compassionate leadership in today's world. As the sun sets over the vast Tibetan plateau, casting long shadows across the ancient monasteries, a young monk named Karmapa emerges from the monastery gates, his eyes reflecting a wisdom beyond his years. He stands tall, a beacon of hope amidst the serene beauty, and his presence is as magnetic as it is inspiring. Let me tell you this. Today, we are going to dive deep into Karmapa's insights on compassionate leadership in today's world. You might be wondering, how does someone who has never held political power or even been born in the modern era possess such profound wisdom? Here's something you should know. Karmapa is the 17th Gyalwa Karmapa, the head of the Karma Kagyu school of Tibetan Buddhism, and he has been a guiding light for many centuries, yet he remains deeply connected to our contemporary challenges. Karmapa has always emphasized the importance of compassion and wisdom in leadership, urging us to lead with heart rather than just head. But what does this mean in practice? How can we apply these principles in our daily lives and in the face of the complex issues that confront us today? Let's explore some of Karmapa's insights through a lens of compassionate leadership. Firstly, Karmapa stresses the need for leaders to cultivate empathy. In a world where division and conflict seem to be on the rise, empathy is more crucial than ever. It is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Imagine you're walking down the street when you see a stranger struggling to carry heavy bags. Rather than ignoring them, you offer your help. This small act of kindness is an exercise in empathy, and it's a cornerstone of compassionate leadership. Empathy allows leaders to connect with their followers on a deeper level, fostering trust and loyalty. In today's fast-paced digital age, leaders often find themselves juggling numerous responsibilities, leaving little time for genuine connection. Karmapa reminds us that true leadership starts with self-awareness. Leaders must first understand their own emotions and motivation to truly empathize with others. For instance, consider the CEO of a tech company who is constantly stressed about meeting quarterly targets. To be truly empathetic, they would need to recognize their own stress and the impact it has on their team's morale. Only then can they create a work environment where everyone feels valued and supported. Empathy isn't just about feeling sorry for others. It's also about actively listening and responding to their needs. A leader who practices active listening listens not just to hear words, but to understand the underlying concerns. They ask open-ended questions, show interest in the other person's story, and validate their feelings. This creates a safe space where people feel heard and understood. For example, a manager at a startup might notice that one of their employees seems withdrawn. Instead of dismissing it as a personality clash, they take the time to ask why and listen attentively. By doing so, they build stronger relationships and address potential issues before they escalate. Next, Karmapa emphasizes the importance of being present and authentic in leadership. Being present means fully engaging in the moment, whether it's during a meeting, a conversation, or a crisis. It's about staying grounded in the reality of the situation, rather than getting lost in thoughts or distractions. Authenticity, on the other hand, involves being true to oneself and one's values. Leaders who embody both presence and authenticity inspire trust and respect. Take, for instance, the case of a non-profit organization facing financial difficulties. The executive director, driven by a desire to keep the organization running smoothly, might find themselves prioritizing efficiency over transparency. However, if they step back and remind themselves of their core values, such as integrity and compassion, they can make decisions that align with these values. This approach not only strengthens the organization's credibility, but also builds a culture of trust among stakeholders. Authenticity also extends to communication. When leaders communicate clearly and honestly, they foster a sense of openness and vulnerability. This can be challenging in a world where social media amplifies every word we say. However, it's essential for building strong relationships and creating a positive organizational culture. For example, a marketing executive might have to make a difficult decision regarding a controversial campaign. Instead of avoiding the issue, they could openly discuss their reasoning with their team, seeking feedback and understanding different perspectives. This process not only helps in making better informed decisions, but also strengthens team cohesion. Furthermore, Karmapa advocates for leaders to prioritize collective well-being over individual success. In a competitive and often cutthroat business environment, it's easy to focus solely on personal achievements. However, true leaders recognize that the health and happiness of their teams are paramount. They invest in mental health initiatives, provide resources for professional development, and create supportive environments where employees feel valued and motivated. Consider a company implementing a mindfulness program for its employees. While the initial goal was to improve productivity, the unintended benefit was a significant reduction in employee turnover rates and an increase in job satisfaction. By focusing on the well-being of their workforce, the company fosters a culture of mutual support and resilience, which ultimately leads to greater overall success. Lastly, Karmapa teaches us the importance of taking risks and embracing uncertainty. In today's rapidly changing world, traditional leadership models often struggle to adapt quickly enough. Leaders who embrace change and uncertainty are more likely to innovate and drive progress. They understand that failure is not the end, but an opportunity to learn and grow. Think of a startup founder who decides to pivot their business model despite facing significant resistance from investors and team members. By taking calculated risks and remaining committed to their vision, they may stumble initially, but eventually achieve remarkable success. This journey not only brings them closer to their goals, but also inspires their team and customers to persevere through challenging times. In conclusion, Karmapa's insights on compassionate leadership offer valuable lessons for anyone seeking to make a positive impact in their community, organization, or society. By cultivating empathy, practicing presence and authenticity, prioritizing collective well-being, and embracing risk, leaders can navigate the complexities of today's world with grace and purpose. Remember, compassionate leadership is not just about leading with heart. It's about leading with love and care for all those around us. As Karmapa once said, true leadership is not about achieving success, but about making a difference. Let us all strive to be leaders who inspire others to do the same.